Hey there, diving buddies. I'm here with another helping of the self-controlled underwater breathing Abzû. And hey, who's got a new video card? This guy. Yep, able to turn up all the graphics to their maximum settings, so hopefully this will look a little bit extra nice. And speaking of looking nice, this game is still very pretty, but after the last upload, I noticed that YouTube's compression does it no favors. So, if you want to see it in its finest form, video capture-wise, it's probably worth taking a run over to Skunk Fuqua and checking it out there. But enough of that, let's get back to the water. And several folks familiar with this game have noted that I've been missing quite a lot of things, which is not terribly shocking, really. I have been kind of leaning toward maintaining some forward momentum rather than scouring every inch of the seafloor and every cubic inch of the sea. But I will try and look around a little more carefully. For example, it was pointed out to me that every major area in the game does have a meditation spot, so I'll see if I can find a somewhat better proportion of those. Oh, and those Nautilus shells that I was picking up here and there, those are indeed collectibles, and that shelf that had a Nautilus that I couldn't interact with, that is where they go after you've collected them. And if I recall correctly, I was informed that when you've collected all the Nautili, you can go there and interact with them in some way and do something. I don't know what, and I don't know that that's going to happen because they are probably pretty well hidden, but just something to know. Did I already find the meditation point for this area? If not, I am really kind of befuddled as to where it is. Let me head down toward the seafloor for a moment, see if there's anything viewable at a lower depth than I initially thought. Some wreckage for sure. I have definitely not been searching the y-axis as much as I probably should. Gotta remember, the sea is in 3 dimensions. Much like most locations, really. But nope, I am really not seeing any sign of a meditation point. By the way, the meditation points do unlock meditations that you can look at from the main menu, which are just almost screensaver-like places where you can just kind of chill and look at fish. Set the camera to follow whichever fish tickles your fancy. Rather nice little feature. I will try to remember to show that off before I hang it up for today, but of course my memory is never the most reliable, so we'll see how that pans out. Wonder why the sky is flashing. I don't know that it's supposed to be doing that. Might be a little discombobulation with the video card. But it doesn't seem to be hurting anything, so whatever. Something that I recall Sonic Rose in particular hipping me to is that the flip button, the one that just does that little tumble bug there, you can do that while you're hanging onto fish, so I am looking forward to trying that out. Now, can I do anything with the big old door here? That is what I'm going to check next. Bonk. Doesn't look like my robot friend can do anything useful with it either. Yep. Looks like I'm going to have to do something else here. Oh, something else that Ms. Rose noted to me is that it is possible to revisit earlier areas in the game, so that is something I'll keep in mind. Maybe when I've gone through the main game, we'll do an Omake video or two to, Oh, did I come out here? Yeah, I probably did. Oh, or not. So I was saying, I may or may not do a little Omake action to see if getting a little more of that screen flicker. I do hope there's something I can do to make that go away. Huh, weird. when I get a moment to take a little break, I will perhaps, oh god, lots of flickering. I'll try and crank down the video settings a little bit to where I was before with my old video card, see if that helps matters at all. In the meantime, do pardon our dust. And yep, I can hang on the ghost fish. Or ghost mammals in this case. Oh, neat. That's what the little flip action did there. The one that usually just makes me do a little tumblebug somersault. Do a barrel roll. Alright, enough of that. You know what, I can pull up the main menu right now. Let me go ahead and do that, see if that, that setting rejiggering will help matters at all. Kind of funny that I'm having technical issues with a much, much better video card. Fish. High. Shadows. High. Reflections. High. That's where I had it all before. Okay, problem identified and hopefully solved. Thank you for bearing with me. It turns out the latest NVIDIA drivers and Abzû don't quite play friendly together, so I went back one driver revision, and hopefully now everything will be just ducky. I have turned the settings back up to Ultra accordingly. But while we're here at the menu, this seems like a perfectly good time to take a look at that meditate feature I mentioned. And, of course, sitting on the meditation points in the various areas is how you unlock them here. I seem to have already missed 2 of them. But never mind that. Let's just go ahead and look at this one. Here we are, and as I was saying, it's just a nice floaty camera taking you around the aquatic world. And we can use the left stick to center the camera on, well, not exactly center, but to focus the camera on other fish. In the right corner we can see what the species is, and just swim along with them for a little while. Of course, since the diver is not actually in the picture, I can't grab onto them and do the barrel roll. But all the same, it is a rather nice feature if you just want to chill out with a virtual aquarium for a little while. But hey, that's not really what we came for today, is it? Main menu, I said, thank you. Okay, let's get back to business. Now, before we had that little technical difficulty situation there, I was going down into the portal there and looking for maybe the next area, but on further consideration, since there were already, like, spirit orcas swimming around, I'm not sure that's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So I am going to hunt around a little to see if there are maybe some other options before I go ahead and try that again. And while I am exploring, something I would like to discuss for a moment that came up in the comments on the last video. I have been seriously considering doing some streaming. Now, don't take that as a promise or anything, because I am not completely decided on that yet. But if I do, I'm wondering what kind of time you folks would like to see. Of course, no one time is going to work for everyone, but I can sort of get a general sense of when people would be available for tuning in. Bearing in mind that I am on the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest to be exact, so this would be U.S. Pacific time for my part. If I do it, what I'm thinking about is kind of devoting my stream time to my backlog, just going through some of the games I haven't gotten around to playing yet. I think that could be fun. Kind of discovering things together like we're doing here with this blind LP, just in a more casual way, just kind of playing through and seeing what happens as I go. Anyway, just a thought. For now, that's all it is, but, you know, if you're interested, do tell me what kind of time would look good for you, and I'll do the best I can if it comes to pass with finding a schedule that'll work out for as many people as possible. And I am really not seeing anything of value around here to interact with or help myself out with. I'm just gonna... Whoa. What is the controller doing? Just gonna explore a little higher up one more time, see if there's anything at the surface level that'll help me out. And if not, then I will just head on right back to the column and go through that portal again. I do see a little crack here, but I can't remember if that's the way I came in or not. Seems very likely to me that I am inadvertently backtracking here. But if I am in a previous area, hopefully I'll recognize it soon enough before too much silliness comes to pass with retracing my steps. See, this is a problem when you put a game down for a week and then come back to it. Especially happens with RPGs, but with this game it's also apparently a thing. Hello, I've lost control of my camera. Alright, what the heck is going on here? Oh, there it goes. That was super weird. My right stick stopped working for a moment there. Apparently this is going to be Technical Difficulties Day. Yep, I'm pretty positive this is where I was before. As I remember the lionfish and what have you. Okay, apologies for that. I will hustle on back with all possible speed. I am a real piece of work, I tell you what. Being able to get lost in a game as seemingly linear as this one. Yeah, it's clear that whatever civilization we're seeing the vestiges of, the undersea statues and murals and ruins and what have you, it's pretty clear they venerated sharks quite a bit. Alright, I remain kind of unconvinced that it's the right thing to do at this point, but I am going to go ahead and take a dive through that portal. Wait a minute, can I get through those windows up there, or are those covered up too? Maybe, just maybe. I don't see a... Oh, okay. All I had to do was get close enough and... Oh wait, no. My eyes are playing tricks on me. There isn't a lattice there. And I can add a shell to my collection, which is always nice. But, is there actually anything in here that's going to help me progress? The answer to that is looking increasingly no-like. Come on, hon, you've been at it for like 10 minutes now and haven't figured out anything. Okay, portal it is. Okay, I am pointed that way, so hopefully that is the way I'm actually supposed to go. As pretty as the surroundings are, I would really prefer not to wander around aimlessly for my entire runtime here. That would just be embarrassing. Okay, we put our heart energy in, and now... And now I think another column is going to sprout up, and we've got some whale sharks. I should see what they do with the flippy button. That did it. And it also looks a whole lot nicer and less murky around here all of a sudden. Still would love to know where they hid the local meditation point, but maybe now that I can get into the temple thing there, I'll be able to find it. But first I have a whale shark to catch. I want to see what happens when I use the flip button on it. The whale shark does a barrel roll too, but it's a much more impressive one given what a massive amount of sharkage we're doing it with here. Whee! Good times. And I mean that, good times, sincerely. Whoa. Started heading toward the gate and all the fish kind of converged in following me. That was a really neat effect. Okay, what I'm looking at here, is that like a water feature underwater? That is an excellent trick. Not entirely sure how that works at all, but it's pretty. I have a feeling there will be a lot of that in Abzû, things that we don't quite understand, but they're pretty. And there's nothing wrong with that. It was suggested to me that I should be paying more attention to the murals, so we will check those out. Not seeing a whole lot here but a seaweed motif, though. At least not so far. More veneration of shark peoples. Oh, is that a... Oh, nope, this is my collector thing. This is where I find the nautilus that I've collected, I guess. Apparently there's more than one place you can do that. Also, I don't know if nautilus is a correct plural, but I'm going with it. Well, what did that do? Holy smokes. Is that an underwater water fountain? Clearly an advanced race. Putting water in our water so we can water while we water. This is all leading somewhere, I strongly suspect. The water paths, the water features here seemingly leading us to another gate. And I'm going to assume that this is going to let me through, huh? Yep. And up here it looks like we have a mural of one of those triangle gates that we were able to pass through before. But this isn't an actual gate, is it? Nope, didn't think so. Still, wow, it's looking like we might be seeing some hints of a plot here. I mean, I'm sure the game has one, but I think we're just really starting to maybe see how it comes together. As always, I welcome your interpretations and your guesses. Ah, such a lovely day for a swim. Still love to know where that meditation point is. Someone's probably got videos up to hide, or to find all the hidden things, not to hide them. Maybe in those potential omakes I'll end up going back and showing you where those all are. No promises, but if I can find a good source on that, I may just have to do it. Oh, is this a meditation point here? It is. Fantastic. Oh, I keep forgetting what the back button actually is. Disadvantages of having an Xbox 360 controller that isn't an actual Xbox 360 controller. And hey, a Nautilus. We don't just have their empty shells all the time. When you swim through the sea and an eel bites your knee, that's amore. Right, moving on. Once again, we have turned the lights on. Any major changes in the Oh, hello, what was that? Whatever it is, I bet I can ride it, and I want to. Whoops. You know what would be very helpful in this matter? If I would remember to hit the right button. Yoink! Oh, a coelacanth. They're not this big, are they? Still doing the barrel roll. Possibly all of the ride-on fish do that. I hope I encounter the ridiculous again so I can flip it. They're so slow and clumsy, I don't know if it's even able to. But yeah, I really didn't think coelacanth ought to be anywhere near this big. But then again, this isn't a game that is completely slavishly devoted to realism, so whatever. Can I hitch on the eel? Nope, doesn't look like I can. Let's just take one more moment to check out the murals here. These folks all bringing offerings to the spiritual temple we keep passing through. Does look like something to that effect. Well, I'm sure all will be clarified in time, or at least clarified enough for us to draw our own conclusions. So let's continue along our way. I do hope I'm not giving you folks too much dead air. Sometimes it just feels nice to float by and take in the sights. Soak in the atmosphere. No pun intended. I am tickled and simultaneously a little bit unnerved at just how eyeball-like these gates seem. Following us around and even blinking. Oh, now I see why I lose my little buddy every time I go through one of these. Goes through a trapdoor kind of thing. That looked cool. Onward to new oceans and hopefully new friends. What are those called? There's some kind of worm, I think, that kind of blossom out almost like anemone, but can retreat into their tubes. I know that's some kind of worm, and the name is on the tip of my tongue. which with worms seems like kind of an unpleasant prospect. Can't think of it. Oh, hey. That's big. Is that like a blue whale? If it is, I'm glomming onto it. Well, no matter what it is, I want to glom onto it. I'm going to be having a little trouble doing that, though. Maybe it's too big and I can't actually grab it. Oh, wow. The whole family's coming along. This is just lovely. Yeah, I don't actually... Ooh. Bon appetit. Yeah, I don't actually have very much control over myself at this point. I can change my y-axis, but I can't swim left or right, so this is kind of an on-rails section. But there are some wonderful... Hello, am I going to get it? I think I'm going to... Oh, no, okay. Thought that was coming right for me. That is pretty awesome. Oh, man! I don't even have to glom onto him. I can get a barrel roll just following along. So in addition to the shootingless rail shooter stuff, we actually get little scripted sequences where we just follow along and enjoy the company. I am so okay with that. Well, these don't look normal. Ah! Note to self, don't do that. I think this might be one of those critter freeing spots. Let's go ahead and try that out. Goblin shark, huh? Can you do a barrel roll? I bet you can. Whoa, glowing eyes. That was freaky. Whee! I don't think I'm gonna get tired of that anytime soon. Holy shit, is that a black smoker? Didn't think we were down deep enough for that, even after going down with the whales. I well and truly do not know what is up with those tetrahedron things that explode into lightning when I get too close to them. Some kind of highly advanced naval mine? I don't know if that does any lasting damage to me, but it's just kind of unpleasant, and I would prefer to avoid it from here out. And this is a very big, open, and dark section of the ocean, which makes it a little difficult to determine where I might be going. But I'll just keep an eyeball open for landmarks, like maybe this rock formation here. Maybe if I'm lucky, find a meditation point while I'm at it. I do find that views of the deep sea have their own sort of stark beauty, and I just hit an invisible wall there. But I would not be averse to a little bit of a stronger light source, just so I could navigate a little more successfully and maybe see a meditation point before I'm directly on top of it. Some kind of formation I'm getting close to there. Something to orient myself on, if nothing else. Is this Pride Rock? Oh, can't get close to that. Ooh, hey, squid. Hello, squid. Okay, Pride Rock, can't get close to that. I have kind of a staircase formation here. See if it lets me get close to that and if there's any relevance to it. Well, this looks almost like a gate inviting me in. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna hit the invisible wall again. Cat ear diver, what is there that you don't want to get close to out there? Do we just have an aqua cat spidey sense for dangerous places? Because if that's the case, we shouldn't be here at all, what with the electric mines. But hey, who am I to tell you your business, right? Is that a cave of some sort I see off in the distance there? Oh, you know what? Didn't even occur to me before, but there are things to follow here. The bones, and I'm just noticing this giant undersea cable. Oh, yep, they all look like they come up to something important. Maybe if I can avoid getting my brain zapped out by the mines here, I can get close enough to do something useful with this cable. Hurry, diver, hurry. Ah, nuts. Doesn't seem to actually do me any harm, but still not an enjoyable bit of business. That's right, piss off, you electric bastards. Okay, we just have to turn on both sides of this gate, I presume, and we'll be good to go. Although, this does not give me any insight as to where I might find the meditation point, which I would really like to do before I take off. But is this the thing I unlocked the goblin sharks from, or is this a different one? Let's try it and find out. Anglerfish. They're creepy and fangy, but they are interesting. And a lot of media will make them seem very large, but I do believe anglerfish are fairly wee things. Oh, mind the mines again. Is that another critter unlocked that we haven't yet accessed? Only one way to find out. Oh no, it's all lit up. That's probably where we got the goblin sharks. And there's no interaction cursor on it. Alright, think I'm gonna head on back to that sort of nexus of things. See if I can find my way to the other place to activate one of those cables, and then we'll hopefully get that gate open. I remain irked at no sign of the meditation point, but then again, if I'm gonna miss any of them, I suppose this is gonna be the one, because it's dark and confusing. Let's see, there's the origin for one of those. I can find the gate from here and then track the other cable backwards to it. A sound plan. How will it come off in the execution? You will find out as I do. Don't want... Oh, hello. Is that another critter spot? Think it might be. Ping! Tomopterus? Oh, weird. I don't know what they are, but they're cool. If I follow the skeleton here, will it bring me to anything of interest? Probably not, but I do like to try. There's all this cool, freaky deep sea stuff around here. I would hate to miss it, but again, I can always consult my good buddy internet. Find out where the meditation points are. Nothing says we have to take care of it all right now. Except I've gone and gotten myself lost again. Well, I just have to look out for those cables. And I'll be right as rain soon enough. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying the leisurely float along. Ooh, what are these? Some kind of relative of the anglerfish, I presume. Following the vertebrae got me to roughly where I was before, and I think I do see a cable off in the distance. Oh, got me napping there. Yeah, it seems to have no lasting negative effects, but I just don't like to see my little cat ear diver suffer. Got these ones mildly pissed off. Let me see if I can wiggle through without fully acting. Oh. Am I crazy or is that some bitch homing in on me? That's not fair. I think I'm gonna get zatted. Yep, I got zatted. Ah well. Damn fortunate thing I'm wearing an insulated suit, isn't it? That's always satisfying, getting to send all the fuckers crumbling to dust around me. Is that the same shark that ate my little friend a while back? If it is, I'm definitely going to have to give pursuit, even if that's the way I was going anyway. I want to have words with him. Alright, before I go and get myself hopelessly lost again, we're going to turn around, we're going to follow this cable to the gate we just opened, then we're going to roll on through. Maybe if I'm lucky, the meditation point will be on the other side, and if it's not, again, I can always come back for it. It is, as the helpful Ms. Rose informed me, possible to go back to previous places. So when I'm ready to do that, I can do that. Hello. As if electricity wasn't bad enough, we're having explosions. What blowed up? And I do hope these mines aren't going to be bedeviling me for the whole rest of the game. They kinda harsh my mellow. Oh, the shark got zapped. Well, I'd like to say serves you right, but that seems a little cruel. Has he got an interact point? He does. Holy balls! You may recall me saying earlier with those winches that this driver is fucking diesel? Yep, I'm sticking by that. Alright. Shark, if you ate my little friend a while back, but you're willing to be my friend now, I guess I can accept that as a trade. I mean, previous little friend was a machine, so... Well, I shouldn't say that, he may have had a sophisticated AI, but anyway, lose a friend, gain a friend. At least for us, that's okay. Maybe not so good for the little droid, but... well, there's nothing that can be done for him now. And I'm reading way too much into this, thinking about it way too hard. Still looking for that meditation point and having no success. Trying to be a little more conscious of my y-axis here, but no joy. Oh, is it time to go swimming with the whales again? I would still really like to try barrel rolling one of these, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, I still have my freedom of motion, so maybe I can get down close enough to ride one. Nope, not quite full freedom of motion. That's as far downward as I can point. But I do think I see a critter releasing spot here. Oh, then I was able to loop again. So I guess depending on how close I am to the whales is how the game determines whether to restrict my motion or not. Oppa! That's a relative of the ridiculous, I do believe. Not as ridiculous as the ridiculous, but it's family, and that counts for something. Oh, are these giant squid? I think these are giant squid. And that's who developed the game, after all. Totally giant squid, and that's pretty cool. Loving those tentacle physics. It's like a giant pull and peel Twizzler. I love it. Alright, can I go swim with the whales, or are they too far away? Will I hit an invisible wall? What's gonna happen? The camera's going bug shit is what's gonna happen. Oh, I think the whales are gonna leave me behind. I'll have to save the barrel rolling for another day, perhaps. Unless I can catch up with this. Is this one gonna drift by? Ooh, I think it is. I think it is. Can I grab him? Can I grab him? I can grab him! Sperm whale. Oh, can't flip him. My flip button does nothing. Oh well. Do I see a nautilus down there? Is that what I'm looking at? Let's try and find out. The camera does struggle a little bit with these big sea creatures all around. I think it's trying to keep from getting caught up in them. And it goes a little crazy as a result. Still kind of hoping to find that meditation point. I mean, it's got to be resting on something, so I would want to, one assumes, look for it where there's ground. This is a big, wide open, and rather dark area. And I just hit the boundary. Ooh, we've got a regular forest down below. Like the look of that. Neat. Hey, there's my baby. There's my baby. Really pleased to see that, because this is an area that I'd like to take a relaxing look around from time to time. We've got moon jellyfish. We've got also moon jellyfish. Hatchetfish. Rather more glowy than I think they might actually be. Scabbardfish, haven't heard of that before. Humboldt squid. And there's our friend the angler. Chimera. I did not know there was a fish of that name. More Humboldts. Back to the hatchetfish. Flabby whalefish. What an unflattering name. I think that was an opah up there. Oh, blobfish. The ones that look like Mr. Saturn when they're brought up to out of their pressure level. It can be a little difficult to actually focus the camera on a specific species of fish that you want when a lot of them are clustered together like this. And I think that's enough fish spotting for the moment. Let's get back to the game. From our meditation point, we have a straight shot, it looks like, to our next portal. Is there anything of interest around it? Is that another cable on the seafloor? Is that going to be important to us, I wonder? Let's try following it and see what comes up. Nothing much. Nothing much this time. Well, we've already got the meditation point, so I don't have to dig around too much down here. At least, not until I find any reason to do so. Oh, what are those? Pardon me, I want to take a look at these real quick. Some kind of plant life, I assume? Doesn't look like seaweed quite. Oh, okay, this is another of those Nautilus collection locations. This almost looks like a door, which makes me wonder if I collect enough Nautilus shells if I can eventually open them. Well, that may be another thing to investigate in possible Omake videos. We'll deal with that bridge when we come to it. Found what I really wanted here, and that was the meditation point. So I think it's okay to move on at this point. Those other towers that look like they've already been activated and have the ghost fish swirling around them, I'm guessing those are kind of a fast travel to previously accessed places. Just a guess, though. Don't know for sure. And it is very decent of Abzû to automatically point you to the next column you have to activate. Saves me from trying to figure out which one it is. I am not the most observant of souls, so that's very helpful to me. Have some hard energy, blobby thing. Ghost squid. Alright, I was wondering if we were going to have to end up mucking about with cables again to get the gate open, but no. Activating the column was all it took. These the same as the previous giant squid? Oop, wrong button. Yep, regular giant squid. Not that there's anything all that regular about giant squid in general. Oh, we're going even deeper. Do believe we are. I do enjoy the deep-sea exploration, but I wouldn't be sad if we went to somewhere with a little more light, either. Oh, shit. I think I'm about to get zapped kind of a lot. I'm gonna move my way through, causing as little trouble as possible. Don't want to fight, guys, I just want to get through here. Uh-oh. You know, we see all these ruins and all this wreckage, and all these weapons still floating around. Was this some kind of war zone, or someplace that a civilization was wiped out? Again, I'm just taking stabs in the dark here. I don't really know anything about that, but I wonder. I wonder why, I wonder why, I wonder why, I wonder. It's becoming a little darker in tone in general down here. Oh, is this where the little robot buddies are being built? Or programmed? Must be something like that. Can't get there right now, though. I'll just move... Well, what the hell am I supposed to do about this? Just take the zap, I guess. Oh wow, it actually let me through. I'm impressed. No! Alright. Oh, and this is where they produce the mines, huh? Yep, and it is an active assembly line. Yeah, there's a major technology contrast between the Blue Ruins and a place like this. I really wonder if there was a war here. And we're just seeing the last vestiges of both sides. Oh shit. I thought those were going to be some kind of fish, but they look like swimming versions of those mines, I think. And we are definitely encountering some plot here. Ah! Do I interact with it? Oh. Wait, is that me? And there's my heart energy. If I interpret that correctly, I'm another machine. Oh, it would explain a lot about why I'm so strong. And you would think a machine would be pretty vulnerable to electric shock, but I'm just built very durably, I guess. That may have something to do with why I can shock off these... why I can shrug off these shock mines. Why I'm not very good at English. Oh my shit. Wow. Yeah, Abzû, you've taken on a major tonal shift, haven't you? Not only am I not sure where to go, I have no idea how to get there, wherever there is, without getting shocked to pieces, because, looks like the moment I poke my head out, no matter which way I try to go, I'm gonna get shocked to pieces. Well, just gotta hope I'm as tough as I seem to be and just tank it. Well, maybe they don't seem to have a huge activation radius, so maybe I can get through without too much destruction. Not no destruction. Oh, I've lost track of where I am. This ain't good. Okay, gotta get control over my situation here. Can't get ping-ponged around all day. I'll never get anywhere. Oh shit. Alright, enough comboing me. This is not EVO 2017. Okay, unless this is where I came from, I think I'm in the clear. I'm not actually which direction I entered this area from, so hopefully this is where I'm supposed to go and where not where I've been. Yeah, that's new. Oh, shark friend. Thanks, I think. Oh, did shark friend just sacrifice itself for me? I think we're both a little fucked up. And yeah, I'm definitely a robot. And that triangular loading icon suddenly looks a little more sinister, doesn't it? Well, I still function, at least a little. Looks like my exoskeleton's kind of been blown off, though. No mistaking me for anything but a machine now. Well, we're not quite at an hour yet, I don't think, so let's go and check on our shark friend. Poor guy. Took a hell of a hit for me. Without that, maybe there'd even be less left in my endoskeleton. Oh. Rest easy, buddy. Your debt for my droid friend is paid in full. Well, good night, buddy. I gotta keep moving. Well, this is a game from the folks who worked on Journey, so, and also Flower, for that matter, so guess I can't be too shocked that it takes a little bit of a dark turn every now and again. Whoops. Well, at last we're back in an area with actual fish and a little bit of light. That doesn't make up for our brief friendship with Shark Friend coming to an end. But it's some consolation. I can't go under there. Not sure if I should be looking for a meditation point in this location or not. But that light there makes me think that I should probably surface in that location. I'll do that in a moment after I've had a little look around. Yeah, that's quite pretty. And hopefully it does in fact indicate where I need to go next. Hello. Can I get up here? Wow. If there's one thing I didn't expect from this game, it was going to be walking about. Flip button do anything? Flip button does not do anything. Little grow frog. Little grow frog. Yeah. Little glow frog. Okay, I'm trying to say glow frogs there, and it's just not happening. There, I finally got it out. Well, my friends, we've put darkness and loss behind us for a little while. We've got a bright and lovely part of the ocean to explore once again, and what looked like some pretty significant ruins up ahead. So I think this is as good a place to leave off as any. I do very much welcome your thoughts on whether you'd be interested in the whole streaming thing, and what kind of schedule would work for you. Probably, if I do start out, it'll just be modest, like once a week or something like that. Oh yeah, it would be good to know how, if I do this, what would be a good way to announce my streams and things like that. Wouldn't want to put up a new video here every time, but, I don't know, maybe following me on Patreon? You can follow me without actually being a patron. I know the obvious answers would be Twitter and Facebook, but that ain't gonna happen. Anywho, this is all theoretical. This is just kind of a, this is all just kind of a an interest check and thoughts on how you'd like it to go, and if you like the idea of the backlog focus. Oh, and one other thing. The idea of following me on Patreon reminds me, do you feel alright with just the shoutouts as my patron rewards? Because I'm kind of two minds on that. On one hand, I really would prefer Patreon to be more of a tip jar than a paywall. Like doing Patreon exclusive streams or exclusive videos, that doesn't quite sit right with me because I'd like to share what I do here with everyone and, you know, not really block out any of my subscribers or watchers from any of my content. But on the other hand, I would kind of like it to feel like you're getting a little something more than a shout-out, but not really sure how I would pull that off, so if you have any recommendations, I would very much welcome them. At any rate, I imagine that's enough shop talk for now. As always, I very much appreciate you coming along for a little swim with me, and I hope to see you again real soon. Until our next dive together, this is signing off. Today's conflict and loss have been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Charlie Dunst, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Alicia Goranson, Beccasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, August Fortnight, Patrick Bellinger, Rob Lyons, Andy Kurland, Jarogue, Martin Schallenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argelmach, IGV, and other very kind patrons. Thanks also go out to all my subscribers, the wonderful folks from the comment section, and everyone watching. It's been a pleasure as always, and I'll see you for the next dip.